Hi, my name is Teresa. Today we're going to talk about work where and when you're creative. Let's go! Hi, my name is Teresa. I'm an international keynote speaker talking about business culture and mindset. I'm also the founder and CEO of 30-Minute MBA. We reimagine the workplace for actionable learning and cultural design. And today we're going to talk about work where and when you are creative. And this is a really special one. So, first of all, close your eyes. Imagine you're sitting on a plane. You hear the machine. You feel the chair on your hands. You're going somewhere. You feel the excitement inside of you. The plane is taking you closer and closer to that destination. Imagine for a second that the plane lands in Paris and that you're in the middle of a buzzing coffee shop, sitting with your laptop. Or that you're going all the way to Bali, sitting by the rice fields in this co-working space that you've been reading about. Just seeing the wind and smelling the air. Or that this plane ride is taking you to the ski chalet in Austria, where you'll be spending weeks by yourself, just cuddling up by the fire, you and the laptop. Or maybe the plane is taking you in a completely opposite direction. Maybe it's taking you to one of the best cities in the world, New York City. And you find yourself sitting in this buzzing environment in the middle of Manhattan on this rooftop. It's warm. You can hear the sirens, you feel the energy of the city, and you are so inspired. Or maybe this plane is taking you to peace and quiet, to serenity, to beauty, to Stockholm. And you will be finding yourself sitting by the water on one of the many islands, just enjoying the peace and the beauty that the city has to offer. Now, what will you choose? The thing is that we can work where and when we are creative. The world is really your playing field. And we're going to talk about where a lot today. We do have a video on body clock to work when you are creative. We're going to link that down below. But we really want you to imagine your perfect environment. And we want you to dream bigger than you have done before. And to reimagine what work, and more importantly, workplaces mean to you. Because this idea that we are most creative or productive when we're sitting at a little office with white walls, or even worse, a cubicle, it's not really true. It's not really when we are most creative, most productive, most excited. It's usually an environment that really sparks our creativity, that makes us excited, that makes us feel at home, whatever that might be to you. Regardless if it's in Bali, Austria, Stockholm, New York, London, Lisbon, Venice, etc. Regardless where it is, it's out there and it's available to you. It's never been easier than it is today to travel anywhere in the world and work from there. Wi-Fi is usually available, and the only thing you need is the laptop. But if you're sitting and watching this in an office or in an apartment somewhere, and you feel that, come on, I can't really jump on a plane tomorrow. I sort of have some obligations and I like my city. I actually happen to love the place I'm at. So if that's you, let's talk about a couple of creative places we can seek out in our own home cities. because there's a lot of them. So much more than you might imagine. So of course we have the classical things like the co-working spaces, the coffee shops. And then we have the hotel lobbies. Hotel lobbies is kind of an underrated creative workplace. I personally have been using that for years and I love the environment, both for the combination of the international vibe, but also that the service is usually great and it's optimized for business. At least if you seek out the business hotels, which there's quite a few of. But there is so much more. You have the option of working outside, by the water, in the park, maybe on the rooftop. Of course, you can work at home. Maybe you haven't worked at home before and you're craving to sit in your comfortable chair, listen to your favorite music and just tapping along. And sometimes it can only, just a small change, like sitting on the other side of the table, can really spark our creativity if we need it in that moment. But of course, there's so much more. We have libraries. If you're looking for that peace and quiet, and maybe even the smell of old books, and you are craving that kind of experience, there are so many great libraries out there that you can seek out. But we also have on the beach. Yeah, that might seem a little bit crazy, but it's possible to work from the beach. There's a lot of variations on doing that. Or maybe even a spa. And of course, it's important to point out that not all work is perfect for all environments. So first of all, you need to find out what environment that really inspires you. But second of all, you need to adjust the work you're doing depending on the environment. So for instance, working in a hotel lobby or even at the airport can be amazing if you love that buzzing energy of people coming and going and that international vibe. But if you're looking for that peace and quiet, maybe a coffee shop and a museum is perfect for you. And as I said, we also have the library as an option. So the options are endless. But I mentioned spa in passing, and this is actually a place I went to 4 or 5 months ago. So I was looking to work on a strategy session to prepare for a meeting with my team. And we needed to find out a couple of things, and we needed to have a couple of questions and directions for what's coming next. So instead of going to a hotel lobby, which I usually do, I decided to go to a spa. And I didn't bring my computer, I brought a notebook. Yes, a physical notebook with a pen. That can be really powerful. And basically just let the surrounding inspire me and be really peaceful and quiet. And that turned out to be extremely useful. The environment was inspiring and it gave me new insights that I hadn't thought about before. And that's the other thing when working when you're creative, that we usually think in new ways. We're thinking about new possibilities because we're exposed to things we are not normally exposed to. Of course, we can also work by walking, being in parks, by the water, as we mentioned, or even in the woods. So by being active, there's certain things we can work on, like strategies, or we can even bring along our team to work on things that requires maybe a little bit more outside the box thinking. So the possibilities of work and places are endless. It's just your imagination that sets a stop to it. So we really want to encourage you to list down 3 places you're craving to try out to work from. And see it as an experiment. If you've never done this before, you're in for an adventure and something really exciting. But if you've done this for a long time, maybe it's a good idea to try out something you haven't done before, or even being very specific. I have specific hotel lobbies, for instance, in specific cities that I usually gravitate to. Even if I'm not there that often, those are the places I like. But some people love to just explore different places, the variety. So it's all about finding out what fits you. But trying out the unconventional places, trying out the restaurants, the bars, maybe even the balcony. And of course, working at events or conferences is another great place to get that buzzing energy and the excitement. right before you go off to dinner with people. So as I said, the possibilities are endless. There is so much possibilities of working where and when you are creative and trying out places that really fits you. And maybe it's even a small change, like just trying out to work from the balcony for a couple of hours. Who knows? So we really want to encourage you to seek out places that inspires you. To seek out that time of the day in particular when you feel most productive, most creative. And as I said, we have a video on body clock, and I'll link that down below, to find out when you're most productive and creative during the day. Because we're usually most creative and productive during the day when we live in line with our body clock. But if we want to boost it even more, the environment affects us so much. And it's time to reimagine the workplace. It's time to be in environments that really inspires us. And maybe you are lucky to have an incredible office where you really love to come to. And that's amazing. But even if you have that, seek out, at least once in a while, some other places. The unexpected places. The places you are dying to see. Maybe it's a membership club. Maybe it's even cinema. Who knows? As I said, it's only your imagination that hinders you. So there is no limitations. So we're really excited to hear where you're most creative. What places are you finding out? And if you're going on that plane, where are you taking the next journey? And are you combining your trip with a place where you really can work, to be inspired to create something amazing? Will it be Stockholm? Will it be Bali? Will it be New York? Austria? Will it be London? Maybe even Asia? There is no limitations. We can work when and where we are creative. And if you want to boost your performance, boost your creativity, we have a gift for you. It's called the Futuristic You with a 30-day challenge, and it's linked down below in the description box. You can download it for free. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. As we said, we love to hear where you're most creative, so share that in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and guys, achieve greatness. Bye!